Hello, hello. This is Unit 1, Lesson 3, Exceptions to Compositionality. We had the first two lessons on compositionality, and today we have the exceptions. What are the exceptions to compositionality? We have four different concepts. The first one is anomaly. An anomalous sentence is one that is very peculiar. Look at the example. Colorless green ideas sleep furiously. Think about the sentence. Is this a grammatical sentence? Yes or no? If you think that it is not a grammatical sentence because it doesn't make any sense, then you are wrong. Why? Because grammatical sentences are sentences that conform to the rules of syntax. This sentence has a subject and has a verb and has an adverb, so it's grammatically correct. Is it meaningful? No, it's totally meaningless. So Noam Chomsky created this sentence to demonstrate the fact that grammaticality depends on syntax and not on semantics. This is an anomalous sentence because even though it is a grammatical sentence, it doesn't make any sense. Then we have this sentence. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. This is also a sentence. It has a subject and it has a predicate. So yes, very weird sentence, but it is an anomalous sentence because even though this is grammatical and it is meaningful, it's very, very peculiar. Okay. Why? What does it mean? Well, the word buffalo means a bison or this animal, right? As a verb, it means to confuse, to intimidate, or to bully. Buffalo is also a city in New York. And the plural form of bison and the plural form of buffalo can be the same. Okay? Like sheep, for example. The thing is that these two words, bison and buffalo, they can be pluralized with an S or without an S. So both forms are valid. Now, what does the sentence mean? The first two words mean a bison from Buffalo, New York. So, Buffalo, Buffalo. The other two words next to them mean another buffalo from Buffalo, the city of New York. And then the other two mean to intimidate or to bully who? To bully another bison from Buffalo. Okay? So the whole sentence means that what is written there. A bison from Buffalo, New York, who are intimidated by another bison from Buffalo, New York, themselves intimidate other bison from Buffalo, New York. That is what it is. So these are examples of anomalous sentences. That's the first concept today. The second one is metaphors. You study metaphors at school, you know them. Okay. The key word in sorry metaphor is resemblance. Resemblance because look at the example. The girl with the golden hair is a metaphorical use. We speak in metaphors all the time. We do not speak literally. We speak figuratively, metaphorically, And it is not that the girl's hair is made of gold, but it resembles gold because of the color. Then he is an ox means that he is very, very strong. So he is as strong as an ox. Then the word is a sage means that the word is like a sage. His words were a soothing balm for her troubled heart. We have two here, two metaphors. First, soothing balm, yes. So the words were like or as a soothing balm, and her heart was troubled. Okay, troubled heart. Yes, actually, heart is just an organ. Yes, but we relate heart with emotion. So it is also metaphorical, figurative. Time is a thief stealing moments from our lives. So thief, metaphorical, is time is like a thief. When the classroom was a zoo after the bell rang, the classroom was like a zoo. What does all these mean? Well, metaphors are comparison. So the again, if we go to the first sentence, the girl with the golden hair, her hair is like gold, right? So in all of these, I use the word either like or as. But notice that metaphors do not contain these words. Why don't they contain these words if they are comparison? Well, they don't contain these words because if they do, if the sentence says the girl's hair is like gold or he is as strong as an ox, then we're not no longer talking about metaphors, we're talking about simile. So please distinguish between the two. If the sentence contains the comparative word like or as, then we're talking about simile. If the sentences do not contain them, then we're talking about metaphors. Please remember that. I'm sorry about my microphone. It doesn't work. It has an annoying noise. I know that. Okay, concept number three, metonymy. The keyword in metonyms is association. So one object is associated with a person, for example. Look at the example. She's addicted to the silver screen. The silver screen is associated with television. So she's addicted to television. Okay. Then we have the White House issued a statement yesterday. The White House is a location, it's a building. It cannot issue statements. Okay, the people inside the White House are the ones who issue a statement. So the White House is associated with the people actually working there. Hollywood has been buzzing with the latest gossip. It's not Hollywood, it's the people that make up Hollywood, isn't it? Then the dish was exquisite, a culinary masterpiece. Yes, culinary meaning the cook, the artist, the cooking artist, etc., etc. Wall Street reacted positively to the news. Okay, it's not Wall Street; it's the people who are or who work in Wall Street. Okay, so here we do not have any resemblance. The White House does not resemble the people living or working in the White House. And the silver screen does not resemble her. Okay? So it is very important that you distinguish between association and resemblance. Okay? Here we are not comparing either. So it is not a metaphor. All right. So in order to to distinguish between metaphor and metonym, there is an exercise. Okay, you need to do this practice exercise. Are the sentences metaphors or metonyms? So, okay, so go over all of them carefully, read them twice if you want, and then decide if the answer is metaphor or metonym. Okay, you can check with a dictionary. In semantics, it's really good if you use dictionaries to do the exercises and to do the exam as well. So next week, I would like to check this with you. You need to also do the practice exercise on page 181 in your textbook, An Introduction to Language. So this also has to do with the lesson today. Okay. Another element that we need to discuss is idioms. Okay, idioms are idiomatic expressions. Yes, they are fixed and we use them all the time, and they are not to be taken literally. It would be very good if we could look at the etymology of them, right? The origin of why do we say kick the bucket when someone dies, for example. And here we have some common English idioms. Yes? All of them have historical reasons why they are like that. For example, go the extra mile is a biblical concept. Yes? So that was taken from the Bible. But what about the others? So uh, for foreigners, for non-native speakers of English, it is very important to know what the idioms mean and how they are used. Okay? There is an exercise, a practice exercise that you need to do. This is from the manual, and in the manual you have all these, and you need to do them, and we can check them later on. Okay. Now we're going to cover consequences of semantic change. Okay. The linguistic principle says that all languages are constantly changing, and English is not the exception. So the meanings of words also change with time. There are four different types of consequences of semantic change. The first one is called narrowing. Okay? Narrowing happens when we have a general, in the past we had a general meaning, but with time the meaning became more specific. For example, the word corn. Corn in the past referred to any type of grain, but nowadays it only refers to maize. Another example of narrowing is the word girl. Girl meant a, a young person, okay, independently from their sex. But now it only refers to female people. So this is an example of how a general term became more specific. One more example of narrowing is the word salt. Before, it was any kind of seasoning, but now it refers specifically to the salt that we use with food. So that is narrowing. Another consequence of semantic change is called widening. Widening happens when a word was specific and now it has more meanings than before. The meanings have expanded. For example, the word mouse. Mouse originally was the animal, but nowadays mouse is also used as a computer device. So the meaning has extended. Also, the word star. Star referred to the the celestial uh, celestial, you know, in space, up in space, twinkle twinkle. But nowadays it also refers to celebrities. And the word apple originally referred to a fruit, but nowadays it also refers to a brand, a technological brand. Yes, very popular in the modern world. Another example, another consequence of semantic change is called amelioration. Amelioration happens when a word in the past had a neutral meaning or even a negative meaning, but with time it became positive or neutral. Okay? So the word nice, for example, nice meant foolish or simple. So foolish has a negative connotation. Simple also has a negative connotation. Today, however, it describes something pleasant or agreeable. That means the meaning of the word has a more positive connotation nowadays. Another example of amelioration is the word silly. Silly in the past meant happy and fortunate. But now, and why is this amelioration? Wait. Hold on. I think this is not amelioration. Silly, no. This is not good. I'm sorry. Wrong example. Nice. Nice referred to a young servant or a boy, and then it came to mean a noble or honorable soldier. So, knight suffers from amelioration. It changed its connotation from, let me see, a young servant is a neutral, has a neutral connotation, but a noble or honorable has a positive connotation. And then finally, we have pejoration. Pejoration happens when a word originally was good or was positive or neutral, but then it became negative. This is an example of pejoration. Feeling initially happy and fortunate, and then lacking a good sense. So, silly is an example of pejoration. Oh, another amelioration thing. I'm sorry, I am messy today. Okay, pretty. The word pretty originally meant cunning or clever, but then it became attractive or pleasing to the eye. And my example is the cause of many fights. So I brought this just to have fun. Yes, the idea is not to offend anyone because it has caused so many problems in the social media. Okay. Pejoration then, when a neutral or a positive meaning becomes negative. For example, the word hussy. Hussy meant a household servant, but now it is used pejoratively to refer to a woman of questionable moral. Then we have the word minion, which meant beloved one or darling, and now it means a slave, a servant, serv- servile, servile follower. And the word villain, originally a person from a village, a peasant, a farmer, and now a wicked or evil person. Okay, so the meanings of these words suffer pejoration. So as you can see, there are four consequences of semantic change: narrowing, widening, amelioration, and pejoration. What is your task? You need to provide examples. Okay. So read the instructions carefully on the platform. I saw that both new students and my previous group are already on the platform. So go ahead and do the assignment. If you have questions, please use the WhatsApp group. Okay. All right. Goodbye, everyone. See you next week.